Alright brick builders, how you all doing, and welcome back to Brick and Mix, and welcome to a brand new set news and leaks video. A couple of days ago I let you know of one of the first Harry Potter sets that are due in the January 2026 wave, and today I have plenty more to talk about and show you set images for. So let's jump in and do just that. So in this video we're going to be talking about 6 brand new Harry Potter sets that are due for January 1st, 2026. The only one we are yet to get a peek of is that of the Hogwarts Castle Hospital Wing that has been rumoured for release as well. Some of these I like, some of them I don't, but we're going to run through them all. I'll give you all the information and then I'll give you my 2 pence worth on each one of them. So let's do it in numerical order and begin with 76459 Hagrid and Harry's Escaping from Privet Drive. This is going to consist of 124 pieces and does come with 4 minifigures in a Hagrid, Harry and a couple of Death Eaters. This is going to be priced at $20 in the US and £18 here in the UK. And you know me gang, any Lego set under 20 quid with a little bit of playability for the kids, I'm on board with it. I think the kids should always be thought of first. But as well as that, this is one of those sets that's a nice easy buy and will look great in your collection if you are collecting Harry Potter stuff. Now, I am huge on the Harry Potter theme. I've really got into it because Star Wars went backwards. I used to be a huge Star Wars collector, but I really feel like that theme's gone backwards. And then when they re-released the Harry Potter series and they started doing this, you know, most detailed castle, I decided to start buying. I'm really into this stuff. And to the most part, I really feel like they've hit the mark with the majority of stuff they've released with Harry Potter. And I think they have done again here. They released a version of this, didn't they, last time around, but it had those weird printed faces. And we're going to talk more about those weird printed faces when we get to another set in this list. And I didn't really like that set. But this one, I much prefer minifigure based. We're getting one of those weird little lamp and, you know, fence things again. We got it with the bus, didn't we? I don't really feel like that's needed, but still, I really like this set. I like the price point, and I think this is a thumbs up from yours truly. We now move on to the next set in 76460. This is the Hogwarts Castle Sorting Hat Ceremony. This is going to consist of 124 pieces and does once again come with 4 minifigures, this time in a Professor McGonagall, a Harry Potter, Hermione and a Draco Malfoy, as well as a Cat Patronus, which is McGonagall's Patronus. This is going to be priced at $15 in the US and £13 here in the UK, and is a throwback set to a set that was released all the way back in 2001 when the original Harry Potter stuff started hitting the shelves when the first movie came out, I do believe. There's going to be a lot of 25 years of Harry Potter celebrations with the Lego next year, because in 2026 that first movie, believe it or not, is 25 years old, which is enough to make a grown man feel extremely old. I really like this because of that throwback, you know, feel to it, looking very similar to that 2001 set. And that seems to be the narrative in the comment section on a lot of stuff that I've read as well. People really like the nostalgic feel that this is kind of almost a rebuild of an old thing, and a lot of people didn't get the original one, but now they're going to be able to get this one. There's not much going on, gang. It's just a really funny little play set for the kids, really. But if you are collecting all the castle stuff, this is going to be a must-have. And at 13 quid here in the UK, it's a cheap little Lego set and comes with enough minifigures to satisfy everybody. We now move on to 76461, the Cornish Pixie. This is going to consist of 320 pieces, not a minifigure in sight, unfortunately, and will be priced at $30 in the US and 25 quid here in the UK. And I really wanted to like this set. I wanted it to be better. I think they nailed everything but the head. I do. I think it doesn't actually look too bad, and then you get to the head and you're like, what are they doing? You know, we've had a Dobby, haven't we? And I thought it was going to be similar to that, maybe a similar scale to that. Thought they'd look quite nice next to each other. I don't know if I'm going to buy this just because of the janky printed piece for the face. They could have done a better job with the face. That's all it is. That's all that's holding me back. Because I kind of like the book. I like the wand. I like the the jar of ink that's, you know, sort of looking like it's falling over. I even like the fact they've used some transparent pieces to make it look like it's elevated and flying, and yeah, they've done a great job. And then you get to the head and it throws me completely out of the Lego set. I'm sure there will be people that will like it, but for me, at the moment, it's a hard no. It doesn't mean I won't buy it though. I felt that way about Buckbeak and still purchased one, so who knows. Next we come to the only collector's edition set that's included in this lineup, and it is that of 76466, the Philosopher's Stone Collector's Edition. This is going to consist of 1,571 pieces and comes with 3 minifigures in a Harry, Ron and Hermione. It's going to be priced at $170 in the US and £150 here in the UK, and this is sort of a replacement for the iconic collector's set that is retiring on the 31st of December. It was a white elephant set of mine that I wanted to get, and now I can't get it, and I'm going to end up paying through the nose. I unfortunately just did that silly thing where I just kept putting it off, because one of my rules of thumb when I buy a Lego is that I don't really pay over 200 quid for anything. That's just one of those things. I try to keep it modest, and the price never came down on that bad boy, but this one is already under 200 quid. It's £150. Do I think it's as nice as that set? No, but I think that this is nice in its own way. I think the owl is throwing me off slightly, but it could, I don't know what it is, but the rest of it I think is kind of cool. I really do. I like it. I like the chess pieces. I like the chessboard. I'm loving the trunk, the books. I love the little card. There's so many details, by the way, gang, if you're looking at it. When I heard about this set, I was like, how are they going to make a set around a stone? A little red stone. This is how you do it. You just throw a load of other shit in there, and then the stone doesn't matter. That's just basically where we're at with this. But, yeah, it's a cool looking set. I do like it enough that I will purchase this. I definitely will 100% purchase this. And I'm sure, as time goes on, the owl will grow on me. I think maybe the eyes just need to be maybe 10% smaller. It could just be the graphic designer in me. You know, scale is something that throws me all the time with a lot of things in life. But yeah, maybe that's all it is. I love it though. I do really like this. I think they've done this set justice. I think they've done the idea justice. When I first heard about this, like I say, I was a little like, where are we going with this? How are we going to expand on this? And I think they've done a really, really good job actually. And the penultimate set we are going to talk about is that of 76467. This is the Lunar Lovegood house. This is going to consist of 764 pieces and will consist of 5 minifigures in a Harry, Hermione. We're getting a Luna. We're getting Luna's dad, which is, his name's Xenophilius, isn't it? And we're getting a Death Eater. And this also will be coming, interestingly, with a light brick. It'll be interesting to see what it lights up. But yeah, next year, 2026, is the year of the smart brick and the light brick. It's happening in a lot of sets, gang. You're going to notice it a lot, and they've thrown one in this. Price point on this set, though, is going to be $90 in the US and £80 here in the UK. And people might think I'm crazy for saying that. You know, 80 quid for a shade under 800 pieces is a good deal. But I just feel like you're getting 5 good minifigures there. We're getting Xenophilius for the first time, I believe. We're also getting a little Patronus. But yeah, it's a first. We've not had a Lunar Lovegood house before. We need that point to be hammered home here as well. In the Harry Potter stuff, they have this really poor habit of just rebooting everything. Believe it or not, do you know there's something like 7 editions of the bus? Like, it's mental. So the fact we've got a brand new idea and a brand new Lego set is a massive deal. And to get it for 80 quid with, you know, some pretty cool minifigures and potentially some good play features and whatever for the kids and stuff, I actually think is good. Usually I would be moaning about price points. It's one of the things I do the most, and you're going to notice that as this channel goes on and as this channel evolves. You know, Lego's pricing point annoys me more than anything, but I actually think this one is going to be a must buy just because it's the first and only version of this, and it's a good price. I actually think, you know, and give it a few months, as long as this doesn't become a Lego exclusive, because the minute they get stuck behind the Lego wall, like the Tri-Wizard, you know, tournament set did, the price never comes down. If this ends up in places like Smith's or Argos, the price will shift in a couple of months, and you'll get it even cheaper than the 80 quid that I have quoted. And the last set that we're going to talk about, and I unfortunately haven't saved the best till last today, is that of 76470, and it's the Flying Forward Anglia. This is going to consist of 868 pieces and will be priced at $80 in the US and 70 quid here in the UK. And I took one look at it and thought, I have to talk about this. It's basically giving the same vibes as the Hagrid and Harry bike that came out earlier this year, in that they've used those horrible printed faces. There's actually genuinely nothing wrong with the car. It's just a larger scale of the small one that we got in the first wave of this new Harry Potter stuff, and it is actually pretty cool looking. I will give Lego their due where that's concerned, but look at the figures. And these ain't the greatest pictures, I'm afraid. These are the only pictures I could find, so they are a little blurry. But just look at the faces. Honestly, Ron looks like he's crying, and Harry looks constipated. They're just awful. I do not like these printed faces that they're doing. I don't like it. I don't like it. They should have just given us the car and then just gave us 2 exclusive minifigures and made them like 25-year of Harry Potter anniversary editions, you know, like the one we got with the Sorting Hat, for instance. That's a unique minifigure. Just give us 2 unique minifigures. Job done. Do you know what I mean? Instead, you've given us this horrific printed face, and again, it's a bit like that Pixie set. It's thrown me because, like I say, the car is nice, but I don't like that, and so because of that one point, that one selling point, it's thrown me out, and it's a hard no again from me, you know. But from 6 Lego sets, you got 4 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. I actually think that's not bad going for the new Harry Potter stuff. And so there you have it, gang. We are done and dusted with this video. The comment section is built for you. Let me know what you're making of all these sets, which ones you like, which ones you don't, and which ones you're potentially going to be looking to buy. Subscribe if you're new, that would be really appreciated, and drop a like on this video to show some appreciation. But until next time, you stay building good people, and I'll see you all real soon.